Hi everybody, welcome back. This is Annie in the Annie LA channel. So in this channel, we have been covering a lot about online teaching or remote teaching resources. And we have started a series on Zoom, which is actually a video conferencing platform, which is widely used in schools now, most especially in conducting live classes, meetings, and so on. Now, in this video, I'm going to show you how to create your own Google Classroom. By the way, if you would like to know how I did my home screen for my Chrome, I'm going to show you that in another video. However, for now, we're going to start off with creating our own sign in for our Google Classroom. So, of course, you got to go to your Google account. In order for you to create your own Google Classroom, you need to have a Gmail account or a Google account. So you must create an account for that, and you're just gonna have to sign in with your details and so on. So once you've created your Google account, you will have your own Gmail. Okay, so this is your Gmail. After that, of course, you're gonna sign in with your password and your details so that you can go into your Google Classroom. So once you've keyed in your password, so this is the first interface that you're going to see in your Google Classroom. So the very first thing that you need to do is, of course, to create your class. Okay, this is where you need to go. So it says here, create or join a class. So if you're the teacher, so you need to create your class, you have to click that and then create class. Okay, so I've read and understand. So this is just a disclaimer or some rules that you need to read through on using G Suite for Education. So you're just gonna click continue, and then you just write in or type in your class names. For example, grade 3, your section, maybe A1, A-1. Your subject, if you have all the subjects, if you do it by class or you do it by subject, you can do that. I'll do it by subject first. Okay, so I've got English. Your room will be, let's say, floor A-2. That's just an example. Okay, then you just create, and then after that, you will come up with a classroom that specifically where your students need to join. So this is it. This is how it looks like. Now you can make some personalization for your class. Like for example, you can select a theme for it. Okay, so let's say I want to change the theme for that. I want to be, all right, this one looks nice. You can even actually upload a picture. So if you have a class photo, you can do that. You can make it personalized and make it look fun for your students. So once that's done, now this is actually the class code that you will let your teacher or your students have so that they can join in your class. Okay, so this is the code that you need to give to your students. So if you have co-teachers, or so for example, you have, let's say, assistant teachers or TAs and all that. So this is actually the code that you need to give them for them to be able to join this particular class. Now, to start off, of course, this is your messages. Let's say, for example, if you need to have an announcement, this is where you have to post that. So for example, if you have a welcome message, then you can just say, welcome to grade 3, and then maybe you can post, this is Miss Annie, and welcome. Okay, so something like that. You can even add files. Like sometimes what I would do is actually I would add some pictures, a welcome clip art or something like that, PNG, JPEG file, and then I would just attach to that to just make it more welcoming for the learners, most especially if it's their first day to do online learning, or even actually if you do classes face-to-face and you want to use this as a form of flipping your class, making sure that the communication is done in a very centralized form, you can also do that. And you can also embed or add in YouTube files for your learners to watch for a particular subject. After you're done with that, then you can actually post. So all the students in the class will be able to actually read that message. See? It clicks all students, so everyone gets to see that message that you have posted. As long as they have that group class code, then they'll be able to receive that message. For now, I don't have any students yet, but in the next video, I'm going to show you how a student would view your class. Okay? Now, classwork. Let's go to classwork. So if, let's say, you got some assignments, or let's say some work for your class to do, you can actually create that, and then you can just go to assignment, quiz assignment, questions, materials, or reuse posts or topics that you want to do. Now, what I like about this assignments and also quizzes is that you don't have, you don't need any external links or external apps for you to be able to do this. And when you assign, it actually goes straight to your grade book. Okay, so it gets attached. So let's say you post the assignment here and the learners or your students gets to complete it in the assignment. Whatever work they do, it's going to be reflected in the grade book. So it's pretty much straightforward. So it's quite easy to use. So for example, your assignment is year or grade 3 research on nouns, and this is where you put in your instruction. Okay, maybe you say go to google.com and research about the different types of nouns. Okay, so you create, and let's say you have some forms, doc slides, or anything like that. You can also attach that. You can add in pictures or even worksheets that goes together with it. You can also do that. Now, again, these are the specifications on who do you want to assign it to. You've got your points. You can even, like change the points there, like maybe over 10 or how many points you would like. You got your due date. You can lock actually this assignment. So for example, the due date will be the 8th. So anything that gets to be submitted by then will reflect that it's a late homework. So if you want to have a topic, then you can create that. But for now, I'm not going to do that. So I'm not going to do you also have your rubric, means like how many points you want to assign for what particular work. Now this is assigned. Once this is assigned, okay, well, it's up to you if you want to. This is just like a pop-in suggestions on what you would like to put this particular assignment into, which topic it belongs to. Now, people gives you the list of who are there in the class. So like I said, most especially if you have subject teachers going in your class, then they can be invited to be in this grade 3 class. So all the teachers will be able to contribute or maybe assign work for this particular class if you want it to be organized per grade or per year level. Now this is the number of students or the name of the students that you have in your class. Now the only thing that I dislike about Google Classroom is that students need to have a Gmail account. That's the only thing. And sometimes, most especially if you're handling younger children, if they don't know how to create their own Gmail account, then their parents need to create that for them. And sometimes you have to wait for the parents to create those accounts for them. So that's the only drawback to it. I'm going to show you next time another platform that doesn't even use any email. You just have to register the child or the student, and that child is already like included in the class. I'm gonna do another video on that later on. Okay, so this is the list of students that you have, teachers that you have in this particular group or class, and then of course the grade. Okay, once you have graded your work, it's also set here in your grades tab. Okay, so that is actually just a basic step-by-step tutorial on how to create your class and how to go through the interface of your Google Classroom. So it's the same thing. Once you actually click here, these 3 dots, lines there, the menu, then you have your classes. You can also embed all the things that you have scheduled in the calendar, so it's synced all together. Then you got your to-do list. Now, let's say you don't want to have this class anymore. Let's say the school year is over and you want to keep it or delete it. You just have to go to archive, and then all the classes that you don't have anymore, you can just keep it there, park it there. And of course, this part is your settings. I mean, these are the details on your Google account. If you want to receive email notifications, you can do that. So you just have to enable it. You want comments on your post, just like how I posted a while ago. If you want your learners to maybe send a reply, then you can enable that. Comments that mention you, you can enable that. Private comments on the work, you can also enable that. Classes you teach, okay, so this one is the one that's connected with the assignment. If they actually submit late, then you can actually see that. Resubmissions, invitations to co-teach your classes, scheduled posts published or failed. So actually the post that you can do, right, you can actually schedule it ahead of time. Let's say, for example, you want the post to come out at, let's say, a certain time, so you just have to schedule that and the post will come out at that time. So this is just the basics on how to go around your Google Classroom. So I hope this helps you on how to set up basically when you do your Google class. Okay, so this is just how you would do it in a basic form. I'm going to do another video on the detailed part. I'm going to do it per tab, as well as how would you assign, or how would you let's say manage the Google Classroom in the next video. So I hope this helps, and if this helps, please subscribe to this channel, click like, and even send me a comment if there's any questions that you have. Bye. Thank you once again.